This is game fuel. It's domination a can. Oh, tastes like loser tears.
New Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel. Victory in a can.
Hello and welcome to the Consolidation final match of ESEA MDL Season 32 Australia. The long journey that's been the season so far is almost at an end. One of these two teams, Order and Genuine Gaming, going to be about to fight it out in a best of three series to see who will face Chiefs in the finals. You are joined by myself, Jevons, and my co-caster, Peronius. Peronius, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty well. It's great to be here. How about yourself?
Pretty much the same. This is looking to be a fairly fun Saturday afternoon leading into the fantastic Saturday evening, of course. So yeah, I guess the schedule is some good CS. So it's hard to feel particularly off or bad about that.
Yeah, absolutely. We're looking for a ripper of a consolidation final here. Both these teams a lot on the line because this is their last chance to make their way through to that final match this evening, which we'll also be bringing to you at 7 PM. So keep an eye out for that one. We're just going through the early stages here, getting this all set up for this match between Genuine and Order.
Yes, and it's perhaps a good time to point out exactly what it is they're fighting for. It's, of course, well, first place overall in this particular region. They can also count $4,500 towards the winnings as well. And it actually gets them a spot in the Season 32 Global Challenge for the Mountain Dew League. So, fair bit to consider there. pretty good, especially for this region. That's effectively getting yourself out there onto the international stage, which these teams do get their chances, but not as often as I'd say that they'd like. So, yeah. What I'm getting at, of course, is that there's a fair bit on the line, besides prestige and money.
Yeah, definitely. But these two teams, well, they've still got a journey ahead of them. As we have said, this is only the consolidation finals. They'll need to go back-to-back through this and then through Chiefs later on if they want to break through. And of course, the Chiefs looking in a good spot to take it all, having already taken out both of these teams in fairly dominant fashion. So, uphill battle here definitely for Order and Genuine, but nothing impossible, to say the least.
So, I mean, yeah, it's definitely uphill as far as final bosses go. Chiefs are pretty up there, but we've actually gotten the map picks now, and this is going to be a bit of an interesting one because, well, there's a map we weren't expecting to get in, but we'll have a look. Genuine managed to get a pick on Train, and Order actually got Vertigo. Oh, we're going to be seeing that, and if we make it to the third map, we're going to be fighting that one out on Dust 2. So, yeah. At the very least, that second map is going to be a bit of a ride, I think. Order have a particularly good record on it, so yeah. I think as far as they're concerned, it's pretty good. But I mean, with these, I guess, vertical maps that suit faster play, Genuine not necessarily completely written off there either. They've got their fun in the form of a nuke, but of course, it's not nuke that they're going to be playing, so I think that second map is going to be a particularly interesting one, of course. Now, we are just waiting for the rest of, or the final member of Order, I believe, to hop in before we will be starting this one. We will be starting it, of course, on Train. So, apologies for the delay there, however minor it might be, but hopefully we'll be getting into that one soon. As far as the rosters are concerned, I think, yeah, honestly, I think there might be a little bit of favoritism towards Order. I think they might be the pick to make it through to the finals, but Genuine if they make it past Order here, I think they might potentially be a better place to face up against Chiefs. Because Order did not have a particularly great time against Chiefs last time they matched up only a few days ago. Because Genuine did a little bit better.
Yeah, well, that's a good sign. And the interesting thing here is going to be how this train map goes, because we just don't have a lot of information about how Order have played on train recently. So, due to that, it might be an opportunity here for Genuine, who obviously it is their map pick and have been doing reasonably well on it, but who's to say how this one's going to unfold?
Yeah. I mean, Train is definitely a particularly good pick for them. I guess the only potential downside for them is that, well, you don't necessarily have data on how bad they might play. You only just have a lack of data which says that they might be completely inexperienced with the map. You never know. This could potentially be an unknown ace up the sleeve there, as far as Order are concerned. But I dare say there's a reason why they don't play it.
Yeah, well, that's generally the case, and it looks like Alistair has joined the lobby, so we will have everyone in the lobby now, which means we'll be getting things underway fairly shortly. Just waiting for everyone to load in and be set, and then we'll be heading into, I believe, the knife round. Is that correct?
You know what? I'm actually been caught out for this one. I don't think they typically really bother with the knife round as much in this. It's not really so much. But I mean, as far as advantages go, if they do that, Order are gonna definitely want to win it. It's much better to be able to decide that you want to start on, of course. Yes. Everybody's in, just waiting, of course, for them to ready up, get comfortable and good to go, which is perhaps a good chance for yourselves to get comfortable as well. Make sure you're nice, you're in your favorite chair, couch, whatever, you've got your favorite snacks with you, because everybody's readied up, and we will actually, of course, be heading into that knife round, and yeah, Genuine, of course, just suiciding there. I think that's basically just a formality. They've picked their sides. We'll be waiting for them to ready up after this one, get into the pistol round proper. But yeah, I think it's perhaps a bit of a good chance to... Well, actually, no, it's not, sorry. It's actually going to get kicked off now. These two teams are ready to go at each other, and we're going to be hopping into the pistol right now. I think it's going to be a fairly standard affair from Order. The only real difference being Valiant's there, who's saving that money, doesn't necessarily want to commit to anything. Otherwise, from Genuine, we have a bit of utility and a bit of a split A going, of course. We've actually got a little bit of firefight going on. Stats actually already managed to get out there. Jinx, excellent shot through Ivy there. Well, make a excellent shot onto his teammate. And that brings it back to a 4 versus 4, but A's definitely the game. And this slowing down of their approach there has actually allowed Order to get into position. Not that Alistair's was going to help him out too much, as he has been killed. Imagine, though, Valiants and Hats all have their angles picked out. It could be this flank from Jinx.
Yeah. Jinx coming in on the flank here now, but not getting as much done from that as he would have liked. Rather, the rest of the team gets collapsed on there, but now we're down to the 1v1 here now, as Maker does manage to get the shot there at the end. That is going to be the pistol round going over there.
Yeah, I mean, that was particularly lucky, because Order, they managed to bring it back by winning those individual duels, which is good. They had the killing power to do it, but yeah, Genuine with the flank there from, I believe it was Jinx, he wasn't able to completely secure. I think if Skull Hunter had made it past the crosshair of his teammate, he could have done something. Okay, never mind. That was an excellent stack there onto APOC, and that provides an early advantage. The weaponry, the firepower on Genuine's still good, but the buys from Order, they're designed to go for maximum impact.
Ooh.
Except if you're caught out in the corner there, it's not going to work out particularly well. Alistair, he's got to get into this position sooner rather than later. He's going to get into A main, and with this bit of information, he might be able to make the call, and he does. Actually, Hats does rotate back and smoke onto B. Not utilized. Genuine, though, they have to set up for this. They've got to make the call soon.
Yeah, Order rotating through now. They've got the Deagles. They've got a lot of punching power there. And, Hats in position here to get the drop on a couple of people. Does manage to get the first one. Going for the second, does get punished for it. And this is starting to go very much in favour of Genuine here.
Yes, it is, and it's pretty much up to Alistair. I mean, he's going to come around from behind there, but they, not knowing where he is, they've got the post-plant situation. Stat with the Krieg. Actually, no, they seem almost convinced that he's going to be running from spawn. Ooh. Not now, at least.
Now, yeah, the net is being cast here by Genuine. Does manage to get through and get the drop on one, but unfortunately, Stat is there to clean things up, and that will be Genuine up 2-0 at the start of this.
Yeah, so particularly good start from Genuine. I mean, not to take anything away from Order, there's been a fair bit of damage dished their way. Genuine's not been getting away with this completely scot-free, but yeah, they've definitely gained some momentum here, and Order's going to have to concede that point, as they only buy a grenade and a flash, and that's literally about it. It's going to be a fast push onto A. It looks like the call has been made. Stat knows that they're going to be weak. In fact, he definitely knows now. It's basically tearing through these CT players like paper. Ooh, cash money for him, as he has made himself quite a bit of bank. That's, yeah. It's a great third round for Genuine. That was basically a money-making exercise. Order, however, they've got a bit of money themselves. They've finally got a chance to invest here. They've got rifles, and they've finally got an AWP, which, when you CT side, is incredibly useful.
Ooh, a bit of a love tap there at the start. That's not what they need now, because this round, they're finally in the game. They've forced buyed. They need to start bringing this one back here. They've invested a lot in this. They go down in this round, they're going to be in a bit of a rough spot. So, definitely one they need to win. They've invested big to make it happen. But so far they're stacked up on A, and it looks like the push is rotating through to B, and we will see some rotations come through from them now.
Yeah, I think Genuine not entirely confident. Never mind, they're just going to push out here. It's going to be Imaginary has to try and stop this. You get one, but he is traded out quite quickly, of course. Yustilo's there to back him up, and that AWP is going to work. Alistair making that shot. The bomb's down and out in the open. Genuine finally in a bit of a precarious position since the first round.
Yeah, and I mean, that can happen here. C2 side has the harder economy, so if you don't win that first round, you can be put in the hole where there's a lot of momentum going over the T side early on, and it's not until about now that you can start to fight things back. So probably about the pace you'd expect. And Order, they're not too frazzled by this, you can tell. And now at this point, just by the numbers, they know Cinderweight. Maker steps in, does get gunned down.
Ooh.
But, ooh.
Well, I mean, yeah, ooh, indeed. He got the jumping headshot onto Yustilo. But yeah, Order are able to clean that one up nicely. And you're right, the CT economy is a bit tougher to contend with, which is why you're going to see that it's going to have to be a few concessions made. No diffuse kits for all but 2 players. And Genuine, they're able to buy back in completely there. So as long as those kills go Order's way earlier on in the piece, they can get control of the bomb. They might have a bit of a repeat going on here, but Genuine, I think this is a good chance for them to actually do a bit of a reset, and that's a lovely nade. I think Jinx and Apok and Mako perhaps agree.
Yeah, definitely something they felt there. Speaking of feeling things, Maker gets tapped with the AWP down onto 5 health. It's going to have to back off there. And Hats looking to get aggressive, try and follow him out. Rest of the Order spreading out. They're just waiting for the commitment to come through from Genuine. And Stat considering contesting that smoke, maybe?
Maybe. He's hidden just in the corner there, so I think he's really... His job is basically going to be to burst out as soon as any utility drops onto the site, but Genuine are very spread out, so they're going to be setting up something. They're going to have to get some kind of real estate to set it up properly.
Well, he got some movement through Ivy.
Well, yeah, Ustillo, he's got potentially a fantastic kill line up. Never mind, though, it's going to be Skull Hunter. He will take out two, or the order lineup before he's finally shut down by Hats. And this is still, of course, Order's game because, yeah, Hats is popping off at the moment. He's nailing his shots, but Jinx still got a bit of health, and with that AK, might be able to do something, but he's got very little time to do it. And that'll be it. Hats will finally finish things off. He got 4 kills that round, so that was an excellent defense from him. Seemingly found his groove in the A site between the train carts there. So if he keeps that up, that could actually be a fairly serious problem for Genuine.
Yeah, and Hats and Imagine also being able to pick up a pair of Kriegs there. Very powerful guns at the moment, and not something they can easily get their hands on. So that's definitely going to see them quite well. Genuine going for the eco around here, just got a couple of power pistols, a couple of grenades, trying to get some damage done, I imagine. Try and deny some of these guns, but not really working out for them here.
Yeah, I mean, they're completely just getting torn to shreds by this order defense, and that's a heck of a lot more confidence than we saw from that order side before. He's still not even really thinking about it, just running. Thinking about it, of course, but he was just running into Pop Dog, pretty much ready for those kills, and yeah, he did get quite a few there. So, yeah, with Genuine, though, they're able to buy back in this time around, so perhaps they might be able to bring this back in their favor. I think this is going to be their best map to do it on, and that's one way to start. Skull Hunter showing a bit of bravado himself, running out and getting a quick kill onto Alistair, and this is a no-mercy rush onto A. Utilities dropping down, they're trying to stop them. There's the defenders, but it is not going to work quite just yet. Hats doing more incredible work. Thankfully for Genuine, though, it'll be Stat who shuts him down. He's not done yet, as he'll take out Ustillo, and yeah, Stat is on a bit of a rampage here at the moment. I don't know if Valiance can actually see his feet. He can!
He can!
Oof. Well, that was, I think, perhaps going to be a bit of a turning point, but Order, they hold on to that one just barely. So that's good work coming in from Valiance there. Puts himself on the board. Genuine, though, they're back to a fairly economic, safe position here. And they don't want to spend too much. 3 Eagles, bit of armor. I think at this point it's really just trying to deny what you can from that CT defense side. Alistair, though, he's not ready to give up anything.
Skull Hunter gets 1.
Yeah,
So that's all they're going to get from it.
pretty much about it. That is just one weapon denied, but Order's economy is actually starting to take off rather nicely. So, Genuine Gaming, they're going to have to pull the handbrake on this. That's seemingly hard to find exactly where the weak point in Order is going to have to be. We talked about it before, but Order don't really have too much to work on, statistics-wise, if you're going up against them. So, Order perhaps have some plans for this. Genuine, though, they're going to have to figure this out on the fly.
Well, I like the play from Genuine. They've gone heavy with the utility onto A again, and this has pulled all of Order onto there. Now they've gone for the B. Order a bit spread out. They are rotating now. It looks like, especially with the help of that incendiary there, it buys the time needed to get the rotation through. But Genuine are out on the B bomb site, and it's a good start for them.
Oh, Skull Hunter somehow surviving that. I don't think Alistair actually saw him. And, wow, with Ustillo being the only one to actually get some kind of return frag here, Genuine should be hunting him at the moment. He has the Krieg, and Order's defense on CT side, I think, was greatly helped by it. Ustillo's going to make the wise call, and that is to back off.
He's just setting up there, trying to get the punish in if anyone comes after him, but it looks like they're not going to risk it either. And certainly with how much Genuine's had to fight for it. I think it's the right call to not risk the guns trying to hunt him down. It's just one man after all.
It is, and perhaps, yeah, we'll see this. Perhaps they were thinking that Order is going to be able to drop for their teammates anyway. I mean, this has allowed them to drop more than they otherwise would be able to, but even still, Order's having to drop the helmets, which is, I mean, I guess it's a bit of a given, considering that they're up against AKs, Kriegs, and an AWP, so the helmet's not going to do much. It's pretty much there for decoration. That's that. I think we're seeing a bit of a push here from Alistair. He almost had the collateral lined up. Repeak from Jinx, though, actually gives him that kill that he wanted. He knows that there's something going on there. In fact, I think Stat was caught in a bit of a combination of Molotovs there. He will finally get vengeance for his teammate, though, Alistair dying. And I think Alistair might have thought he could be up there, but he wasn't completely expecting it. That's allowed Stat to get that one kill. Take the orb out of action. But you look at this. Actually, potentially making their way back to A instead.
Well, there was a big stack up on Ivy, but didn't end up going anywhere. We see the rotation come through. There goes the Stillo down. That's going to create the opening there. We're going to have a fight here on Ivy. Ooh, Skull Hunter gets the better of that one. And so that will shift things back into the favor of Genuine. As I say that, though, Imagine gets the kill through there. Still 2v3. It's not going to be easy for Hats and Imagine to hold off this one, especially with Hats going down there.
Oh, look at this, though. They've this is excellent mid-rush calling there, because they know that they've seen all those people on Genuine's side heading towards B, so they actually decide to pop down through Pop Dog and make the plant onto A, and that's pretty much put Imagine in a position where he was, I guess, braced for that assault to come his way, but it didn't, and now he's going to make the call as to whether he wants to actually compete this, and he's not. He's walking away with the knife, and I don't think he's seen Stat. Nope. And oof, okay, that was a little bit of spice on that one. You know, the corpse, but yeah, I mean, as far as Genuine are concerned, that was a fantastic round for them. They've basically been able to tie this one out again, but more importantly, they've been able to break that economy on Order's side proper again, and that means that all this firepower and utility that they've got is just going to be overwhelming for them. Order will have to pull out something particularly special here to win this one, or even do considerable damage, but I think that's the most they can hope for, is, yeah, just being able to get a couple of kills.
Yeah, Order stacking up on A now. They want to try and get what little firepower they've got available and focus it, try and get some guns. Maybe they can win this one back if they get an early kill, get a gun off that, get some momentum from behind it, but definitely not going to be the easiest thing in the world. There is that early kill, though, we were talking about.
Yeah, I mean, that's already some good results there. Of course, you buy the Deagle, you want that to be the case. And you still, though, he does get a bit more damage on the Skull Hunter, who's thought a little bit more about whether he wants to stay in A main in view, and he's decided not to. But look at this, they may have potentially... Okay, yeah, sorry, I was just watching Skull Hunter. Move to toss the AK over there, and look at this excellent stack on B. Does result in a gun almost ending up in Alistair's hand, but he gets killed. And Genuine at this point, they've got to make a call about where they want to go, and it's going to be A, wisely, because that Order stack defense on B there would have been absolute hell for them.
And Skull Hunter, I don't know if he and Estillo know exactly where each other are, but yeah, there's Estillo finally getting taken out there. That's going to clear the way, but again, not without some damage being done, but 2v2 and the guns of only one of them has been recovered. Valiant still not having a firearm of their own. Bomb is down, but not a lot of health remaining for these players. Well, there goes the last pistol, rather, for Order. And now Imagine having the not enviable task of trying to 1v2 this.
I mean, it is possible, but he doesn't have that diffuse kit though, so he has to do something now. No armor, and people ready to trade him out.
Yeah, he does not want to go that.
Yeah, I think ultimately that was the right call. And the scores are even enough at this stage that it's not going to make the biggest difference in the board, but carrying that gun forward
Yeah.
to that next round, especially after doing that much damage against Genuine and building up that much money, that's pretty good. As far as Ecos go, that was pretty fantastic. Four USBs and a Deagle. It's not often that you see that actually make it that far through the T-side roster.
Exactly. You'll concede that point and still come away from that feeling a winner, considering what you went into that round with.
So we've got a timeout at the moment here. That is Genuine calling that. Gonna be tactical one, which is a good call at this point to make. I guess you've got to perhaps reflect on what happened that last round, because even though they did win it, the question is still going to be lingering over their heads. How did we let them outmaneuver us to that point where they could actually land those kills? So if they're a bit careful about this one, knowing that Order are going to be buying up this round, then hopefully they'll be able to consolidate their lead, give themselves a nice result at the end of this half. But Alistair, you might have something to say about that as he takes Apoc's head clean off.
Maker perhaps not aware that he's actually 1v2 in the local area, but does not matter there as he gets the better of that one. But yeah, he's just going to throw down the molly now and get the rotate going through. It's now 4v4. The bomb makes its way back. It looks like they're going to be setting up for an A push here. And Order looks like they might be rotating to B, so this could work really well for Genuine.
Yes, it could. If they make that call, decide they want to stick with A, but the utility's been heard, and Order's just decided to go for a 2-2 split defense, that's the best thing they could do here. And that orb from Alistair does provide them with some opportunities. Granted, it's out and he's holding it when they come into view. Alistair, luckily, escaping with his life, and they know he's got that angle now, or he could. That's going to play a bit of mind games with him. Given they've got 30 seconds left, they're going to have to make a call. Seemingly, Pop Dog is going to be the way to go. Sorry, no, it's B. My mistake.
Yeah, it looks like they will be going through, get the rotation through to B. Skull Hunter's going to stay behind, keep an eye on Alistair there, but stat going down early is not what they're looking for there.
No, definitely not. He's been a particularly hard hitter for them, and Alistair gets himself a free kill. This pretty much leaves everything onto the shoulders of Jinx. He might be able to get himself that plant, but what happens after that? He has to get something here.
Nope.
That something is going to be a bullet to the head, unfortunately for him. Order able to tie this one out again, and this places a bit of pressure onto the side of Genuine, and they're going to be able to buy up this time around. It's going to be a little bit off, but I mean, the pressure is going to be, from a mental perspective, we aren't actually going to lose this. We aren't going to be throwing this one away, are we now? This is our map pick. We should be feeling fairly confident on it. What do we got here? What do we got to do here to actually try and fix this? And that's going to be one of the things they'll talk about during the tactical pause, but you know, that was a loss after they would put all that thought into it.
Yeah,
As I
the
say
pressure,
that,
well, pressure comes in as Stilo goes down early, but the pressure has been momentarily taken off the Order economy. Valiant's, however, going to get Skull Hunter there, and that will even things up here. Meanwhile, Imagine might be getting the drop here. No, isn't going to be following Stat down those stairs.
No, but he is getting a lot of information, so I mean, the fact that he's gotten that far back really tells him it's going to be A. In fact, that kill... In fact, imagine, he's just going to be waiting for the rotate. That could be huge if he gets it. He won't, though. He is too hungry for kills. He's going to get behind Jinx, 2 health. There's going to be no chance he's going to survive that. He's now got possession of the bomb. Going to have to hold on to it somehow, and he's ready for this fight. He's thrown the incendiary down to lock off any kind of rotation. Look at Hats. It's just cool as a cucumber walking through that A site.
Now Maker, it looks like he's going for it, but the grenade is going to tag him up quite nastily there. He's still going to go for this though. Does not work out.
No, unfortunately not. And with that, Order get themselves the lead again. We're going to see another pause. It's actually going to be a technical one this time from Genuine. So this, they could be having a few issues on their side, which is, yeah, doesn't want to play at their best. Okay. It is technical, yeah, we have seen, it looks like Jinx has hopped off there, so going to be restarting, sorting out an issue there, except the pause has been cancelled. No, there it is again.
Yep,
sorry, that would have been a that would have been a pretty awful 14th round for them, 4v5. That would have been quite bad. No, it's paused again, so we are just waiting for Jinx to sort out whatever may be happening over on that side and come back. Remember, this is still an online tournament, so yeah, that pretty much increases the odds of having any kind of technical difficulties you could think of, at least as far as Australian internet is concerned. I think there's also some pretty bad bushfires going on across parts of the country at the moment, so I can also play a hand in this. Yes, Genuine though, this does provide them a little bit of a respite to think about what's going on here, because this is slowly slipping away from them. This is a lot more even on this map than perhaps they'd like.
Yeah, definitely not the early advantage you'd be looking for. At the same time, though, the CT side is generally considered to have an easier time here on train, so the fact that they are trading fairly well despite being on the T side.
Well, congrats to Yasuo getting himself the Scar 20 Assault there. If nothing else works out for him today, he got that. But we have unpaused because Jinx is back, hopefully with that technical issue fixed, so he can play this with the best possible conditions he can get. And look at this, already burst out onto A. That was Jinx dead. He's gone. APOC is going to be behind him though, trying to make a bit more of an effort, and the bomb has been planted. Look at this.
I think they know that Astillo is where he is though, and that could be very dangerous when Astillo goes for the play. There it is. Reveals himself and gets that one down. Unfortunately, the rest of Order have not really had a great time while Astillo has been waiting for that opportunity, but he is still alive here as he takes out a second. It is now a 2v2. He and Imagine need to make their way onto this site.
Yeah, I mean, the time's running down for them. He still is actually been spotted there, so there's not going to really be too much chance for him to get out of that one alive, but he did a fairly good job. Both he and Hats have actually been playing quite well at the moment. They're 15 kills each, so they've been punching fairly highly as far as the kills are concerned, getting a fair bit of impact there. I mean, we were looking earlier at Hats' defense on this map. He seems pretty comfortable. He's doing pretty well, but with that last round tied up, and Skull Hunter, well, he certainly did that. He got himself 2 kills, but this is a low buy here coming from Order, so I think they just wanted to rush that A site, so that was A main, and try and get whatever they could. This is a bit of a throwaway. I think they're not too concerned about it. Scores are even enough. I mean, Hats, he's still close by, but a 1 versus 4 situation.
Ooh. He picks up 1.
Well, I mean, yeah, he gets 1 kill. That's, that round concludes as you might expect. Well, that is the first half done. You're just tuning in, of course. This is the ESEA MDL Season 32 Consolidation Final for the Australian region. First map of our best of 3 series. And the winner of this will go on to face Chiefs in the final, which, well, that one is going to be a fairly tough match. I think most of us can agree.
Yeah, definitely the team to beat here. And, well, both of these teams proving to be the mid-boss for each other as we've traded very evenly here in the first half. 8-7 advantage Genuine. Big, beefy grenade there is going to give a advantage to Genuine in this upcoming fight. But Hats does manage to get one before getting cleaned up there, so they got the bomb down. That's the important takeaway.
Yeah, that's something that interestingly, Genuine were perfectly prepared for that. They only had one player on this B side. I believe it was Skull Hunter, and as soon as they started pushing onto this B side, yeah, it didn't really matter. Numbers did not count for much. Order were pretty much stopped fairly quickly in their tracks there. That B ramp was actually a bit of a kill zone, and the rest of Order didn't necessarily want to run down into it. But they're not too shy when it comes to spending money.
No.
They've got 2 Kriegs and a Galil, so I think, yeah, they want to try and get some kind of lead or get some rounds. They want it to be early on in this half.
Oh, Incendiary and the smoke comes through. Now the flash, a lot of utility getting thrown down here onto this area. Order just chilling, they're not panicking yet. And Skull Hunter will do a bit of spraying. Gonna back off.
Yeah, I mean, a bit of damage thrown through there. Smoke obscured it, so Skull Hunter just aiming a little bit higher there would have had a huge impact. But those are the odds that you deal with when you shoot through smoke, or perhaps when you peek against Scout long range with an Eagle.
Yeah,
You might land a bit of damage.
As it turns out, now Alistair getting aggressive here. May not know there's a couple of players to his left there. Well, he knows now.
Oh yeah, it's Ustillo has to move up there. He's got the Krieg to do it. Oh, excellent. Second kill under stat. And he is doing a bit of work. Imagine, though, not wanting to share all the glory will get himself a kill as well. This is a 2 versus 2 situation. The defenders, Jinx and Maker, only have those MP9s.
Yeah, it's not something that's going to favour them particularly well, especially for a long-range fight, which, of course, this map very much opens up a lot of possibilities for. But with 10 seconds left on the clock, they need to get that bomb down. Bomb is now coming down. We will see the rotation coming back to A. They now know where that is. And Maker and Jinx trying to set up something here.
Yeah, Maker's not waiting for anything. They've got defuse kits, so I mean, they've got a bit of extra time, but they really don't want to let this situation get out of hand and let Order get those post-plant positions. And imagine, look at this, he's just dancing around them.
Ooh.
They're having to run through, and the Shadow gives them away. Jinx has got a much more difficult task here. Unless I can stop him. Oh. That was a particularly good second round on that second half there to give Order a way back in. This becomes a lot more possible for them now.
Yeah, definitely. They're going to be able to invest into this one properly. Well, they do. Yeah, they do go reasonably heavily into it. 3 Kriegs, the Scout, and an MP5. So a lot of options there. Genuine, on the other hand, are playing with the power pistols and the shotgun. So not the most firepower in the world, especially against those long-range weaponry that Order have in their hands. But let's see if they can catch a few people off guard, try and get some early momentum, and turn the round around from there.
Skull Hunter, he might be doing something. I don't know if he's actually going to look behind him. He won't. And oh no. This could potentially be bad. They've somehow managed to get around each other. Skull Hunter is going a bit of an expedition. He's found the bomb as well. Oh no, he missed that first shot though. He gets the second. With that, he's got to know that they're going to be hunting for him, and he didn't completely clear out these B-holes, so he knows that, but the angle is going to be just against him. Hat's not taking any chances, but still, 50 seconds left, and it's a 4 versus 4 situation with a stack on A, and reinforcements coming through Ivy. Genuine have a chance to basically get themselves some quick kills lined up, perhaps give a little bit of payback towards Order. Oh, imagine just barely surviving that. He's only got that 9 health, but with so little time left, the call is gonna be the A site. They're gonna have to know that they're going into a blender of sorts.
And this is working out.
Yeah.
This is working out so well for Genuine here.
Yeah, and he's got to get it back somehow, but they're pretty much... Nah, when you run out of bullets, that's a real feels bad. And yeah, that was excellently played from Genuine there. They get themselves some guns as a result of that, but more importantly, they stop Order from building up momentum, which they did first half, and yeah. Good results for Genuine. That's
very good result.
That's the takeaway.
Yeah. You go into an eco round and you come out on top, you've got to be feeling good about that one. And Order, they now do not want to invest in this one heavily. They do have the Hero AK on the board from Hats. He's going to get some work done with it early on, but still at 4v4. They will get an extra rifle from that one, though.
Yeah, Alistair actually managed to land that shot perfectly well in Pop Dog, so that gives him the FAMAS, which, hey, anything you can work with at this point is going to be huge, especially considering you've all got armor. They're going to rush out on top of B here, dropping down onto the side. They want to just try and get that plant, but the bomb's been dropped, so they might not necessarily be able to do it. 3 versus 3 situation, scratch that, 2 versus 3. The utility on Genuine might allow them to get back into this site.
Oh.
Yeah, Stat's got a tough job here. He's on 7 health, and he's got to try and land those shots. It's really going to be Hats that's going to be the absolute killer. So if you can get rid of him early on in the piece, he might make this doable, but he's got to do it before that time runs out. He doesn't have a defuse kit, so it's going to be tough for him. And yes, once they found out where he was, it was going to be fairly quick after that. This is just going back and forth.
Yeah. And it's been the teams that don't have the heavy buy-in that have been picking it up, which is, I suppose, the weird part of that. Order managing to bring that back, and now Genuine, once again, not in a great position economically. They're going to come out with a couple of scouts, a couple of deagles, and the CZ. But they're playing into, well, 3 of their former guns, 2 Kriegs and an AK, along with that USMC and FAMAS there. So a really respectable arsenal in the hands of Order. Alistair getting tapped really low early on, but he's going to get that kill, and Skull Hunter gets caught out on the ladder.
Yeah, they've been locked out of this B side as well. Apoc and Stat, especially Stat, he's now dead. Apoc with a single scout, he does not want to try and contest that. Hats isn't willing to let him go though, and yes, I think that is the first couple of rounds that we really see strung together in quite a while there, and it's going to be for Order. Tying this one out 10-all. This is a very hard fought train so far, and I'm going to say it, I think Genuine really need to lock this map away if they want to make it through to that through to Dust 2.
Definitely. That's it. Like, Genuine, ideally, Genuine don't even want to... They don't want this to get to Dust 2. If we really look at this, they want to not only take down this one, but show that maybe they're no slouches on Vertigo, because Dust is not looking too bad for them, but again, you have to favor that one over to Order, so you really ideally want to catch people off guard. Maybe you're better on Vertigo than people expect, because obviously Vertigo is a bit of a weird one for most teams. Not a lot of information about how much they've practiced on that.
Yes. But, well, Genuine are going for an interesting 5-man stack here, and it does out. Fantastic work. I don't even know anymore. That should not have worked.
Just don't buy guns, because it seems like the team that's ecoing the round has been winning more often than not, so maybe just stay eco.
Yeah. That's the new meta. Save up forever, because you buy guns you might lose them. That is... Yikes. Look, I'm fairly certain Order wasn't expecting that. So they got a minute left, but look at this. They're playing this so incredibly slowly. They are creeping up just to even get to Ivy. And I can't blame them. Genuine now have 2 guns in their hands. Jinx, I don't think he's going to be in a position to get anything, but he is just, just staying here on Pop Dog. Look, I think Genuine have found their spot. They want to camp on it, because it affords them the ability to rotate either way around. Fairly good. Conservatively, they can hang out here for a bit and not worry about getting caught out on rotations. Still remain fairly close on either side. That Molotov, though, might give them something to work with. No, it's potentially going to be on A, especially now the bomb's been planted, of course. And, ooh! Yes, excellent shot there. Actually does a fair bit of damage onto Imagine as well. So, I mean, he's going to try and defuse this. That's going to force Imagine to come out and try and stop this if he can. I don't think he will. My lord, he comes in from the side there. And it's basically going to be...
Oh, Imagine!
That's, look, that is... That's pretty... That was a roller coaster of emotions, okay? That
first, round was...
Yeah, that first bunch of kills from those USBs. And then it looked like Order had completely lost control of the bomb site there, but Imagine just says no. That's it.
With that, Order will be buying in heavily to this next one. They've got the 5 Kriegs, but, well, there's 4 MP4s and an AWP to meet them as well. A lot of utility on the board for both teams. With the first full buy versus full buy we've seen in a while, and already a lot of kills coming through. Genuine's starting to get this one under control though, but it's not over yet. Okay, now it is.
Skull Hunter, getting a little bit toasty there, but he still manages to win the duel anyways. Yeah, I think Order perhaps feeling like they might have shaken Genuine a little bit more than they actually had. They just want to go for that fast push onto the site, but doesn't quite work out for them. And with this, Order back onto fairly eco-friendly buy there.
Which, I guess means we have to give the advantage to Order, right? Because that's how this is going.
I mean, we joke, but look at that. They're already out to the site there. They're not really waiting for anything. Pretty much reckless abandon being used here, and Hat's almost getting that second kill on A-Bok, and he's going to get it with the Glock to finish it off. Yes. Advantage Order.
Now Jinx slowly working his way in, checking his angles, trying to find it. Ooh, gets found first though. Imagine cleaning that one up, and that's just going to leave Stat alone. One man against the world.
Yeah, I mean, he's on the site. He knows as soon as he tries to get that defuse, and he's pretty much going to have to contend with 3 players. Time's running down, and yes, nothing more he can really do there. He's made the conservative call of running away with the gun and the equipment, which provides Genuine with their best possible chance in this round.
11-12 in favour of Order, the scoreline here. This has been such a close match here on Train. And Genuine now, once again, not buying into this round. Meanwhile, Order pulling out many guns and a lot of utility as well. So, again, Genuine are going to try and make something happen with nothing, but that's been the theme for today's match. So, ooh, Maker not in a great spot after that grenade.
No, he's just got to run back. Can't blame him. I think that's been fairly conclusive. If you want to push that one a bit further, you're gonna die. But with this, we're seeing a fairly static defense there. I mean, from the side, they still will actually be able to get Skull Hunter through the smoke there, and this leaves Jinx with a bit of information as to what's heading his way. But with only a kill to his name, it's really much more he can do. Stat, however, last one again, but he has this rifle. They don't necessarily, well, they do know where he is now. Alistair will finish that one off rather nicely. And I'm just going to have to check this one again. Hats is 1 kill off getting that 30 bomb, which, you take a look at the rest of the lineup, with the exception of Ustillo, and you can see just how much he's been doing for Order on this map.
Yeah, definitely. And Order starting to build some momentum, finally getting the scoreline a bit less even, 13 in their favour now, so they're getting close. And again, they're able to invest heavily in this round. Genuine also picking up a number of things, don't have quite as much utility on the table, but we'll see how this one unfolds once again. Order, well, looks like they're slowly making their way through trying to secure these areas. Ooh.
Yeah, it's a little bit cheeky from Ustillo, just walking up through that A site. Maker's got to have his head on a swivel now, but he has been able to catch out Ustillo, which is a good start. Valiants, though, yeah, going to get a weakened Skull Hunter through that, through the grate, or metal plating, sorry, and Pop Dog. Alistair, very forward position on this A site has granted them a lot of real estate there. They're going to be able to move in and set up shop. APOC wants to stop them, however.
And they definitely need to at this. They can't really afford to give up any more rounds here. Molly's starting to come in now. A lot of utility getting thrown over the side. APOC not in a great position here, but all the members of Order are tagged up as well. Jinx just hanging a bit further back. He's still in good nip, but a lot of the utility has now been exhausted from both these teams. Imagine an APOC practically on top of each other here.
Oh my lord. Valiants. That is unfortunate. I don't know if you saw that, but yeah, Valiants basically just took that shot through the smoke. I don't know if you could, I don't think you could actually see him at all, and still managed to get the kill there, which was fairly important, because otherwise that would have provided Genuine with a excellent sort of flank to stop bomb plants and get control of the bomb, but that is not what happened. Order get themselves their 14th round, and Genuine, they're going to have to play for overtime here. They know it, that's why they've bought only these pistols. Jinx, I think he had actually frozen up there. Seemed to be in motion. Yeah, so we might potentially see them have a look at that and figure out what's going on, but that's a little bit heartbreaking there. Jinx sort of caught, frozen in motion. Mid-animation. Alistair, no mercy. He'll continue to show no mercy as he will kill APOC, and yeah, they might have to figure out exactly what was going on with Jinx there, because that's pretty bad, and the pause has come in now, so yes, Genuine, that should be surprised if there's anything but a technical pause for Jinx to sort out what was going on there.
Yeah, and you hate to see it as well, because this is not, like, this is the worst possible time for something like that to come in, given how close things were. Order starting to run away with that one. Genuine, they really wanted to make another miracle happen with those pistols, so having that come in there really does not help their chances, and now they are playing for the draw here. Means they need to get 4 rounds in a row. No one has managed that at all on this map so far. So definitely a tall order here for Genuine. And if they drop this one, it does not put them in a great position for the rest of the series. This was their map choice. So if they go down here, they better surprise us on Vertigo, or it's going to be all over for them. So a lot of pressure on these members of Genuine to make something happen here.
So we're just getting word that the technical difficulties are, shall we say, severe. So they're going to have to spend a bit of time figuring out what exactly is going on with Jinx. And, I mean, fair enough. You pointed out before, this is the worst possible time for something like this to happen for them. So if they can sort that out, that's great. With the backs against the wall at a moment like this, it is... yeah, it's critical, it's dire. So, I mean... I don't necessarily want to completely write off Genuine for Vertigo. Genuine aren't too shabby when it comes to the likes of nukes, so they might potentially be able to show us something particularly great on that map. But so far, Order doesn't really have much to show us on Train, and at the moment, they look perfectly at home. Almost like genuine guests here.
Yeah, that said, like, there's not a lot of information about Vertigo for either of these teams. Order, they've done it 4 times, but they've won it every time. So they obviously feel confident on it. It's obviously a map they practice regularly, because I know a lot of teams do not like going to Vertigo. The fact that they are willing to take people to Vertigo really says a lot. So definitely not a comfortable position to be in, and, well, as we said, they are in a good position to close this one out. They've got a lot of economy sitting there. Genuine, they're not in a terrible spot economy-wise. Well, actually, they kind of are in a terrible spot economy-wise, but at the same time, they can't afford to drop this round, so a full buy here isn't too terrible. They've got enough to be able to load up, but they need to make this one happen, and even if they manage to get through this one, if it's not a clean win, if it ends up being a close round, then Order are going to be able to come back the next round again and outgun them. So, Genuine, they need to win this round, and they need to win it big to really make the play here, to try and get Train back under their control. A lot of pressure on these players. Add to that the frustration that one of their teammates is having technical problems, and these players are not going to be a great position psychologically, so going to be hard for them to fight back here. We'll see if they can make it do. So we're starting to get everything back in. Jinx rather is back in the lobby here, so we should be back underway shortly as the pause is over. And it all comes down to this. Can Genuine make this happen? They need to win this round, and they need to win it big.
Yes, this is the time to send a message that this is not your map, Order, it is ours. We will hang on to it, we'll fight to the very bitter end, and they want to do that. In fact, Stat started that particular train, and he will continue it, pretty much giving us no quarter, oh my lord, no quarter whatsoever in A main. Yeah. Well, Peronius, you mentioned that they need to win this one big.
Well, there it is, yeah. This is absolutely what they needed to get back in this one. Valiant's now, he just wants to get some damage done. He knows he can't get that round. Doesn't get the kill, though. So with that Genuine, they're going to be able to take all 5 of these guns into the next round. This is where they start to build that momentum. Order now, they have to make a choice. Do they buy in this round again, or do they eco, build up for the next round? How are they going to play with this one? Because it looks like they will be investing, not all of them though, so they're playing the long game here.
I can't blame them. Every time they've decided to force up, it's been particularly good news for them. Seems to be the special of the day. But this fast approach onto A main isn't going to work the second time around. Order perhaps either not particularly comfortable going back in there, or just reading Genuine that they would want to try and do the same thing again. Decide to go on to B here. Look at Jinx somehow staying alive longer than he perhaps should have. Alliance, though, good anticipation, and this provides a good chance for them to secure this B side. Player count is even on either side. Imagine, however, corrects that.
APOC with the AWP, just looking for a target, looking for a clear shot on someone, which they are not giving to him right now. Alistair, no, he's going to push yours, and now APOC just alone with an AWP against 3, not in a great position. Order will take that one out, and Order will take Train away from this map.
That is great news if you're on the side of Order. Less great news if you're on the side of Genuine Gaming, as yes, that was your pick. And well, we're going to be heading into this second map. That'll be Vertigo, so please stay tuned. We'll be back with you shortly.
This is game fuel. 16 ounces of pure annihilation. Perfect for finding the second to last man standing. Tastes like berry-flavored wind sauce.
New Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel. Victory in a can.
Could take away all the love I had for you. It bleeds for you, it bleeds again. Oh, you bring me to life. 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 Oh, you bring me to you bring me to life. Sitting on a bench, waiting for the time to pass, dreaming of what happens next. I see what I wanna be, questioning my destiny, only knowing what I see. I don't even realize I've already made a path, and I can change it anytime, but can't take it back. I know what I want, but it seems so damn far away. I know I sound crazy to the ones who said oh. I know I empower those who dream like me. I know I sound crazy to the ones who said oh. I know I empower those who dream like me. And you say you wanna be somebody. You got a voice, then you better use it. Tell yourself day after day it's time to prove it. No days off, keep the hustle moving. Wanna see you be what you want it to be, prove it. I know I sound crazy to the ones who said oh. I know I empower those who dream like me. I know I sound crazy to the ones who said oh. I know I empower those who dream like me. And you say you wanna be somebody. You say you wanna be somebody. And you say you wanna be somebody. And you say you wanna be somebody.
Show me an opening in the clouds, and I'll take it. Yeah, reminding myself to just let go. Don't wonder how far I can fall. Don't look down, never fade out. And I just wanna be someone and never fall behind again. Just keep on moving on. Never look down, never fade out. Never fade out. Oh, oh, oh,
Hello and welcome back to the second map of this best of 3 series between Order and Genuine Gaming. This is the Consolidation final for ESEA Season 32 of the Mountain Dew League Australian region. If you're just tuning in, then Order were able to take away Train, that was Genuine's pick, and we're now in Vertigo, which is, well, that's interesting. You're joined by myself, Jevons, and my co-caster Peronius. Peronius, how you doing after that first map?
I am still trying to wrap my head around it, to be honest. The amount of eco rounds we saw in that workout for the team with limited guns was a little staggering. It happened so many times that you have to wonder maybe Genuine do have a way back in this series, because this map, it looks really good for Order. Neither of these teams have a lot of time on this one, but Order, they were able to take this one off of the Chiefs. And so with that, you do really have to favour Order here. But Genuine, we don't know. We just don't know how good they are on this map. So maybe they can surprise us yet.
Yeah, I mean, they've had one win, historically speaking. But it should be noted that Order have a few more, and more importantly, one of those was a particularly convincing win against Chiefs on this map. So it really does say that they are going to be a fairly... This is really strong for them. Order is going to be one of those teams that has decided to make Vertigo a solid pick for themselves. And yeah, I think that just means that Genuine have got if we can be honest, a particularly tough struggle ahead for themselves, but, well, you're right, after that first map, where things just went really back and forth, and people got away with a lot more than they should have been able to, I can't write Genuine off completely here.
Definitely. We will be getting this one underway now in the pistol round. Looks like a push up the ramp here is what it's going to be, and Order getting the early picks here.
Yeah, you're still in Alistair doing particularly good work. Valiance, wanting to join the party, does get killed on ramp, and Apoc is having to hop back a little bit, but this flank from Imagine really throws them off key. And this leaves it to Jinx, but he's given himself a 1v1 situation here. If he can win this duel, it'd be huge for them. It'd be the exact start they need. He wants to try and win it, and well,
does.
Yeah. Genuine, that was an absolute must. They're able to get that for themselves, and, well, especially after those first 2 deaths on that A ramp, well, they brought it back rather nicely. Order, though, shouldn't be too particularly fussed about it. It's, of course, the only, well, first round they've played here. They'll be buying back in, as is tradition for this matchup so far.
Absolutely, and pistol round is, after all, just that, pistol round. A lot of those do have the slight edge. The CT guns just better at range and can really help a lot of those matchups. But here we are now, Skullhunter getting some early work done for the team.
Yeah, and it's down to Valiance, who is, well, doesn't really have a lot to work with here. He's not entirely certain where the rest of the CT side is, so he's pretty much got to check every single possible corner. The only thing that he really has advantage-wise, is time. A minute left, so he does have the potential to get some kills and work this down, but certainly the odds aren't necessarily in his favor, and I think he doesn't necessarily want to get a bomb plan of victory. I think he just wants to try and keep whatever guns he can off of this CT side, so he's decided to leave the bomb completely.
Oh, that's one.
Well, that's a start, yes. But they know where he is now. That's basically prompted the rest of Genuine to get into action. You know, that's a pretty good time to do a time grenade. This is pretty much an absolute melee there, and the no-scope scout will not get the job done. Genuine get themselves that second round on the board. Again, rather important for them, and with Order having forced up as much as they did before, they might decide they want to chill out a little bit here and just leave it to Deagles and maybe a little bit of utility, but that's not going to be the case. It's just going to be those two Deagles.
Alistair pushing up that ladder really aggressively.
Yeah, they want to try and get up close and personal here. That MP9, though, is going to absolutely love the possibility of that. This is pretty much how you'd expect one of these rounds to go. It's just become a bit of a grinder for Order. They've got to somehow make it out of there alive. Alistair doesn't, but Ustillo gets himself at least one kill. With his teammate Hats going down there, it's pretty much a matter of time before they get the flank onto him. Ustillo, I don't think he actually saw... Oh, he didn't see APOC. So... that smoke, he might potentially be able to play the time a little bit and get himself an extra kill.
Using the smoke provided to push up a little bit. Ooh, that's right on him.
There's a bit of cheek there as well at the end. A very well placed grenade there will evict Ustillo from that round. And yeah, I mean, all things considered, Order, they can't feel particularly bad about that one. It was just going to be a pistol round. This is what they've been working towards, and that is actually being able to buy up and get those weapons. They have those 4 Kriegs, AK, and more importantly, utility. Armor to go along with it. Genuine, however, well, with the exception of Maker, they've got everything to match that. Maker, I think, just wants to do that. He wants to make money.
Absolutely, and just seeing a bit of a probing attack here from Order. They're just playing the field. Maker does get one with the SMG, and in fact almost gets a second. Alistair does manage to win that fight, but gets tagged up in the process, and it's now a 3v3. Make that a 3v2. Jinx and Skullhunter now having to rotate through, try and get this back under control. There goes Ustillo.
Yeah, that does, however, drop Skullhunter onto low health. If they know that it's going to be on the site, which they do now, well, it's not going to provide them with the best possible conditions, and Order get themselves onto the board. Their first proper buy round shows Genuine just what they can do on this map.
I said wasn't the cleanest, though. They did obviously get down to 2 people there at the end. That is bit of economic damage. Does mean they're not going to perhaps be able to fully equip up the team, but Genuine now, they're fully over onto the pistols. It is just going to be the eco round.
Oh wow, Skullhunter, look at this. Look at where he is. He'll get himself 1 kill, but I do not know. But he does actually manage to bring that back. I don't know what Ustillo was doing, sorry. Just caught me off guard there a little bit. Yeah, Skullhunter doesn't get away with too much more than what he was able to before, but on an eco round, heck, I think he's done his job. He got the kill. He's denied a weapon going into that next round, but with it being left up to APOC here and Maker, Order, well, if they were going towards B, this would work out for them, but they're not. They're slowly creeping up and using quite a bit of time here, time they have, to get set up for A, and utility gets dropped on there. So surely APOC will be rotating, and he will. Maker, on the other hand, wary that they could be waiting on any possible corner there for the rotate, doesn't necessarily want to rush this. Again, this is an eco, so not necessarily about winning the round, it's about getting away with something, and, well, APOC doesn't get away with something.
Yeah, good reaction time there from Alistair. As soon as he pops up, he is deleted from the map. Now, Genuine looks like he's set up here trying to catch an exit frag rather than looking to get anything else done, but it doesn't look like they... Well, they might make their way all the way down, but at this stage, I think they're quite comfortable bundled up where they are.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing they really want to be giving away at this point, and honestly, any of the sort of advantages that they might get by denying that weapon are traded out fairly quickly here, because Genuine are able to buy up regardless, so yeah, it's perhaps the right move overall. Well, heading into this next round, Genuine managed to get themselves an AWP. That might potentially do something on this A ramp, but I mean, there aren't too many angles that they're going to be able to work with here. With flashes like that coming out from the side of Order, it gets nullified fairly quickly. Any advantages or any possible angles they can hold are lost to them. APOC, reposition. Maker almost dying, actually. Look at this. Castillo just poking his forehead out, and that is enough. APOC is very grateful. And so just look at Valiance there. He throws the Molotov and is waiting for the rotate out of the position there, and actually just shoots through it. Doesn't manage to get himself any kind of hit that he wants to, though.
That's now throwing the molly in. That's going to force Maker to get out of dodge. Does not have the health to be stuck in the fire even for a little bit. But Orders really had a lot of trouble breaking onto this A bomb site, and it looks like they are actually going to back off here. They're going to try and rotate through. They do have the numbers advantage, and they know that the Genuine defense has been strong here. It means there's going to be a lot on Jinx with just the FAMAS here over on B to try and slow down this push long enough for the teammates to come through and reinforce.
Yeah, well, I mean, imagine he was able to get through mid here and get himself quite a bit of work done, and he was waiting for that rotate as well from the remaining players on Genuine. Somehow making his way through there, but look at this. This is just barely getting that bomb planted, and it's down to Maker, where they know where he is, it seems. He's got 5 health. So he's got quite a task ahead of him, if he can do it. He may just want to concede the round and get away with a gun, but he knows that Imagine's waiting around somewhere, waiting for this rotate either to the bomb site or back out of it. Certainly back out of it now, given the time that has passed, so only 5 health. I don't know if Maker's actually going to be able to... Well, he's certainly not going to be able to get out of that one alive there. It's Hats who will hunt him down and put him out of his misery. With that, scores are now finally tied up.
Yeah, Order bringing it back to 3-3. And again, things are not looking great for Genuine here. It looks like they're going to again be going for the eco round here, and they may have lost a bit of early momentum here, Order, and Genuine been able to run away with that as a result. But they're starting to stabilize and really show that there is a reason that this is their map.
Oh, fair bit of anticipation there from Imagine, waiting for some kind of eco rush perhaps. Doesn't necessarily want to play too much with them. Oh no. Oh no, that grenade is going to find its mark there. APOC is evicted.
Is that the remaining members of Genuine just trying to find some positions, get some angles, get the drop on some of these Order members. They need to try and put down at least one person, try and get these guns out. And there's Jinx versus Alistair, but now that Alistair knows Jinx is there, it's not going to favour this gun. He does get some damage in, but it is just Jinx alone against the world, so the rotation will come through. They're going to take that bomb over to A, and there it is.
Yeah, there's not really much that Jinx could do after that point. He'd already been trying to get the head off of Hats, I believe it was. But yeah, Justillo he almost stepped in the side of that stacked ambush waiting for him on the AA side, but held off on it for a moment. But when he came back there, he was able to pretty much just line up those, get 2 kills and pretty much seal the deal on that round. And Order will grant themselves the lead, hop into round 8. Genuine, though, with the exception of Skull Hunter, are here to try and stop them from being able to get any more rounds.
Not working out though. Order picking up the early kills there, and they've got a bit of an idea on the positioning of Stat there as well. Looks like they are going to just back up for a bit. Stat does peek out, gets some damage in, but doesn't confirm the kill. Grenade, on the other hand, does confirm the kill onto Hats.
Oh, the grenades in this map. That is, it's beautiful. That does provide Genuine with a bit of a reprieve, bit of a breathing room, if you will, for the rest of this round. A minute left on it, though, and being as bunched up as they are, trying to take back this B site is going to be fairly difficult, and Imagine is going to agree.
Absolutely taking advantage of the bunched up by taking 2 down in the same burst. And ooh, Valiant's almost dropping there, but unfortunately not quite enough as Alistair closes the kill there in time to save their team that gun.
Yeah, he actually decided to take the blind shot through smoke, and it landed. So with that, we'll see a Genuine hopping into this round. Not too much to their name, money-wise. It'll result in, of course, a bit of armor, some pistols being purchased here, and well, if Ustillo wants to help out, that's fine. They're not going to argue. But Valiant's just catching the side of Jinx there. Will remove him. Valiant's is not done, however. Plenty of damage on Maker. This B site is firmly in the hands of Order. Until they're being dropped down there, they just want to lock out this CT site altogether.
Yeah, well, given how many of them have been tagged up, you don't want to risk something going out of control here. You just want to keep this under control, not lose any guns. And Skull Hunter and Stat now very tagged up themselves. It's going to be very difficult for them to even poke a head out without losing it.
I'm gonna try. Skull Hunter. We'll find out the folly of that one.
Stat might be able to.
Well, if Ustillo comes back, but he might be watching for this angle.
Ooh,
not that it counts for much, though. That's a bit of a consolation prize there as he gets the Krieg. That provides them with a bit more money than they thought they would have. So we're going to see a timeout here. I believe it's coming in from Genuine. Should be a tactical pause, I'd imagine, as they've got an opportunity here. They've got the money, they're going to be able to buy into this. They need to make sure that they use this to full effect. They can't necessarily go into it almost haphazardly or just, hey, we'll rush one side or we'll try and play for picks or anything like that. They need a plan. They need a good plan if they expect to take Order's map off of them.
Absolutely, and Order, they've really come away in this series. They've won the last couple of rounds very cleanly. They have a lot of money. They've got a huge economy, and it's going to mean that it's going to be hard to drain away from them. Genuine, they need to really start getting some damage in, try and get some momentum of their own, start denying these guns. Because it's really been so far every other round since Order have come alive, Genuine have been forced to eco. So as a result of that, the momentum is hugely built against them. But a good early start for Genuine here.
Yeah, APOC will find Ustillo again. I believe that might have been on a ramp. Yes, it was. So, yeah. Genuine seemingly feeling much more comfortable on this A-ramp defense. I mean, you've got APOC on it with the AWP, but if they don't watch out for this flank on this relatively new portion of the map, then that could be bad news. They're actually going for a stack here. 3-man! And they just barely managed to take out those 2 CTs there, Skull Hunter and Maker. They've still got APOC to worry about, though. With the AWP, you can still make this a very painful experience for them if they want to push, which with the utility down, it is go time for them. They've got feet on the ground on A site. I think they might potentially...
Ooh.
Well, never mind. Thank you, Alistair. Mid-sentence. Just jumping, being able to peer over the top of that smoke there. He's not done though, he knows where Stat is. And he will dispose of him rather efficiently. This is starting to look a little bit bad for Genuine. They need to be able to, well, I mean, they can get these wins here and there, but they need to be able to string these rounds together. Not only just to tell themselves that, you know, we're comfortable on this map now, we believe we've got a bit of an idea as to what's going on with it. They're trying. They're getting some good plays elsewhere, but not enough to really seal the deal.
Ooh.
Skull Hunter, however, gets himself a kill, and, well, yes, Jinx is there to try and get himself one. So this is even at the moment, player-wise. Right move, perhaps one from APOC, taking off ahead. They might be able to do something here. That was very quickly resolved.
Yeah, Skull Hunter goes for the risky jump there, but they are absolutely expecting it, and is not long for this world. That said, it was an eco round and they got a bit of damage in there, and they need to do more than just damage the economy of Order though. Order are in a great spot cash-wise. It's going to take too long to try and whittle away the economy at this point. I think they're going to be pretty much set for the rest of these rounds. Genuine need to start getting some actual wins just to even up the scoreline a little bit. And that's proving to be a difficult order for them so far.
Yeah. I like what you did there. So Jinx, I think, would have heard Imagine getting lightly burnt there, but with the smoke being thrown by him, Imagine definitely saw the angle there, so they know a little bit about what's happening on this B ramp. And, oh, Hats! That was an amazing peek from Hats, just quickly taking the head off of APOC, but Maker, though, doesn't want to let him get away with too much, and this double AWP setup is still going to be playing in their hands rather nicely there as Maker gets himself a kill. Skull Hunter keeping up the good work. Order, they're a 2 versus 4 situation.
At this point, maybe you back off, but then again, their economy is fine, so they don't really need to worry about it too much. Imagine picks up one, he knows there's another one there. Doesn't know exactly where, and that molly is not going to be a problem for Jinx. But he's gathering information nonetheless. Jinx now peeks out, gets the fight. And it's a 1v2, a lot of pressure on Valiant to get this one done.
Yeah, makes the right call, knowing that they likely would have all rotated to B because, well, that late in the round, you're likely going to be committing to one side over the other, especially when numbers are against you. Having been planted there, Valiant is trying to pick exactly where he thinks they're going to be rotating from.
Default, you know? It's playing sound. Would have been sick, but whatever Matt's feeling.
Yeah, sure.
And Valiant's hanging well back here. Just waiting for them. Playing time, playing the bomb. Now they're going for the defuse. Maker trying to get it done. Jinx covers him for the time, but he does get the defuse through. And the kill. Maker winning out there. That's going to be some extra damage on the side there. And that's sort of it's what we need to start seeing from Genuine. They need to start picking up these rounds. It wasn't as clean as they would have liked, but at this point, it doesn't matter how clean you do it. I mean, it does, but they just need to get the points on the board because it's 8-4 in favour of Order here. Still an uphill battle for Genuine.
Yeah, the odds are still against them, but this is a good chance. APOC dropping a little bit of damage, but as an AWP, he doesn't necessarily need to worry about that as much. He just needs to land those shots, of course. Thrown flash there. One gives away that they're going to be throwing utility there. Two almost blinds Alistair himself. And Genuine's defense is looking particularly strong. Maker, he knows that there's somebody there. Now that they've pushed up that far, though, would be huge. Smoke
This
is
is
starting to dissipate.
stalemate here. Smoke dissipates, and oh no, he doesn't know!
Oh boy. Well, you try to play the odds. Maker, unfortunately, not winning out on that one. That should give away the game. They're going to want to head towards this A site there. Skull Hunter, he is playing the long game. Being able to rotate this far around and land himself a couple of kills, he could do something particularly big, but Yustillo is going to catch him out there. That's pretty much going to be 2 angles held for him, but Skull Hunter still managed to get him 1 kill. With Jinx being the last one alive there, they know where he is. He might be able to, and he will get that second kill. That's going to be something for him. 10 seconds left. He doesn't
get back into cover.
No, he doesn't. He does not. And Order managed to just finally clinch that win, or that round, towards the end there. Genuine, it's got to be a bit heartbreaking just for the fact that they threw so much into that round. They got so much good work done. It was not enough this time.
Yeah, absolutely. And at this stage in the half as well, the damage that they've done is basically negligible. Order, they're going to be able to full buy this round and next. They're going to be fine economically wise. Genuine, not so much. They're on an eco round this time. Stat goes aggressive, goes down. And it's so hard when you're in this sort of position and you're only really saving up whatever money you can for that last round of the half, but surely they know that Order's economy is going to be in a solid state because of how dominant they've been.
Oh yes, but if you look, Genuine have actually been able to make some good gains early on. This B-side retake, though, has been traditionally very difficult for Genuine so far.
Ooh.
Skull Hunter wants to buck that trend!
Oh, yes he does!
Amazing second shot.
And now Valiant's on low health is going to get cleaned up. That will be the eco round going in favor of Genuine here. They pick up 3 new guns as well as the point. And that's going to put them into a better spot for this final round of the half as well. Maybe, just maybe, they can make this a 6-9.
Just maybe, and, well, I mean, at this point, any rounds they can get gonna help. They pull together a lovely eco win like that, but last round of this half, called it before, of course, both sides could buy up now. Alistair going on a bit of a rampage. Valiant's getting in on the fun as well. Becomes a 2 versus 3 situation. Not completely out of the realm possibility for Genuine though, because Valiant and Alistair, they're on low health. Now it's just Valiant. So fairly strong players. Well, as they can get these angles correct, if they can either preempt or get the utility down to block Order out of this site, or win the duels. That's going to be exactly what they need, but Skull Hunter seemingly, he keeps his eyes on the prize. Might be able to get something, but no, that will be Imagine there with an excellent flank. And this makes things so much more difficult for Jinx. He's got to know that the rotate could come in here from anywhere. He's got to come in from behind. Imagine has to stop this.
Almost gets it. So close, but they do manage to find him hiding in the smoke. And so it will be a 10-5 half in favour of Order on their map.
Gonna be pulling the chat there. Will we go to map 3? Ultimately, I think it's going to be up to Genuine Gaming to decide that one. But of course, throw your opinions out there. Let us know exactly who you think is going to make it to this, well, if it's going to be a map 3 or if it's going to be a straight 2-0 for Order. But we'll find out more about that as we duck into this second half.
Absolutely. Now, you've got to be feeling the pressure, Genuine. Your back's up against the wall. It's 10-5 half in favour of Order. Good on them for clawing back as many rounds as they did. But Genuine did win that first pistol round last time. If they can pull that off again, they can get some early momentum. It should allow them to pick up some wins here as well. Now, you really can't afford to let Order get entrenched here. If you remember that of the 5 rounds Genuine won, the first 3 were the first 3 rounds. As soon as Order were able to buy in properly, they really were not easy to take down.
Yeah, I mean, Genuine have managed to get themselves on the site and they're going to be able to plant the bomb. They have one extra player to do it. That is secure this bomb site, but these USBs just takes that one shot to the dome. That is about all you can really say. They don't have a helmet. But time is running down. They don't have a kit. Valiance, though, provides an opener for them. Gets that one first kill there. Here's the last one left though with reloading. He does not manage to, yeah, he doesn't stop the onslaught that is genuine for that round at least. And they get the second pistol.
Oh, that's what they need. It's the road. Their road to victory requires them to just keep taking the fight to Order. Don't let Order get comfortable. Don't let Order get the guns, get the economy. As long as they can starve Order, they've got a chance. But it's not going to be easy, especially with Stat going down that early. Ooh, but the trade back is there.
Yep, early advantages thrown back towards Genuine. But this is still a precarious position. Maker, though, gets himself a kill, thanks to Alistair. And with the MAC-10, of course, he is going to be building up a fair bit of money because of that. It's really Valiant's, and, well, I mean, Hats as well, especially with that Desert Eagle, which is still, if you ask me, a fairly big threat. And given how the series has gone so far, I'm very hesitant to say that Genuine just needs to clean up the rest of Order and they've got this round. I really do think that Order has still got a shot.
Yeah, and look at the rotate coming through from Order. They've predicted this is going to be an A-site push. They've stacked up here. And now we're looking like it's going to be a 4-2 here. So the utility is down. Flushes Hats out of where he was. That will be Genuine picking up the round.
It's got to feel good for them. I mean,
Yeah.
this is a bit of a confidence builder, being able to string a few rounds together. I mean, as far as Order's concerned, they've still got the lead. They're not going to be feeling the pressure too much, but at the same time, they've got to be wary as to what could happen if Genuine wake up here and start running with this map, their map, and perhaps return the favor.
Yeah, Order playing conservative here. They're not going to buy into the round heavily, but Genuine perhaps predicting that because they're picking up some SMGs of their own. Could be a big opportunity to make some money off of these unarmored players if that is determined. And certainly that's getting some information here just from what he's up against. A-site completely open at this point, and it's perhaps only a matter of time until we see the commit come in from Genuine here. The rotation is coming through though from Order.
Yeah, I think they timed that one particularly well. They knew that if there wasn't going to be a push soon, they should rotate back, and strength is going to be their numbers. Yep, that was the wood chipper, and Order was the wood. So, should be pretty much dispatched fairly quickly. Alistair, the only one who's sort of trying to sneak around, will be the last one that's alive.
None of them were blind. Some
Maybe they fucking heard the pin or it didn't go far enough.
Probably hit the box.
And with that, Alistair just looking to keep himself safe, maybe looking for an opportunity, try and get someone hunting for him, catch them off guard, take one of those guns away, but doesn't look like that's going to happen. Oh, maybe Stat now is going to get that kill there on him. So, fair bit of economy built up by Genuine here now as they're able to get a lot of kills by virtue of those SMGs. A lot of the kills coming through from the SMGs rather than the rifles, and that's going to allow them to build up some of that money.
Yeah, it should, hopefully. They've got the rifles to contend with, though. Alistair, right out there in the open, he is going to get out of there fairly quickly, which is good. Doesn't land that shot, though, so yeah, he's going to have to reposition.
That looks like a slow push up this ramp now. Bit of spray is going to give away the game somewhat, but not a lot of penetrating power through that wall. Maker not going to be able to put too much pressure onto Hats there. He's still slowly whittling it down through the wall shots, but Hats is going to make his way back. Neither of these teams willing to step out to the open as of yet, but Alistair's creeping forwards with that AWP.
Yeah, he's playing fairly slowly with the angle.
Ooh.
Yep, somehow getting away with his life there. I think that was Stout or Apoc. Yes, he has survived. Alistair missing the second shot as well, but he won't miss the third. Jinx finds that out the hard way. Skull Hunter also finding that out. And that has completely stunted this approach. Apoc's the only one to actually get some kind of trade here, but Imagine Hats more than happy to finish this one off, and stat 20 seconds left. How does he do it? How does he actually bring this one back? I think I know the answer. Hats knows the answer as well. And that is, he doesn't order. Starting to build up a bit of that dominance that we'd been seeing earlier.
Absolutely, they are back into the game. They've got the rifles out, and the moment they're really committing to these full buys, we are seeing them take over this map. Genuine, they need to get this back under control. They need to break Order's economy, force them into those eco rounds. And so we're going to see them invest into this one. Jinx gets tagged early by the grenade. Not a great opening there. Bit of damage back onto Imagine, but there goes Alistair.
I might pull a little bit of attention back to this A side. Genuine, however, knowing they've got a minute 30 left, they're not necessarily too fast about committing to one side or another. They just want to try and pull at Order in a few different directions. Perhaps get them off position. Meantime, though, Order are just playing it fairly conservatively, just going for 2 on either side, giving themselves the best possible odds in a defense situation. Genuine, though.
Ooh,
especially stat. Yes. Almost dying there.
And Jinx is now starting to creep forwards up those stairs. Hunting for is still. Oh, he knows he's there somewhere. Doesn't know exactly where, and that smoke coming out. They're definitely going to give him pause. Yeah, Jinx is going to get out of there.
Do just that. But, ooh! Yeah, Hats, despite being low health there, he does get the drop onto stats, so provides him with that kill, and knowing that he's around there, he is going to play a little bit onto Genuine. Maker, though, is finally able to get something back. 2 versus 3, but they know that it's going to have to be this A side because there's no other time for anything else. And Jinx is pretty much swinging his head around wildly, trying to get that defense, and Maker's... Okay. He does hop out into the outside there, but every time I see that, it gives me anxiety. I think that somebody's going to fall.
Well, they're playing time here reasonably effectively. Order have been very reluctant to push in. They do manage to get 1 on the entry there. Now it's Maker against the world. He picks up 1. Second one gets him though. Valiance picks it up and is going for the defuse. That will be another round going over to Order quite comfortably. Well, comfortably may be the wrong word, but they are starting to build a comfortable lead.
Yes, they are. It's 12-8. And if you're just hopping in and you don't know how that first map went, well, it was Genuine's pick, but Order's win. So this brings them quite close to closing out this particular best of 3 series, finding that spot against Chiefs for the finals. Something both of these sides are particularly hungry for.
It looks like we're going to see a heavy commitment on this ramp once again from Genuine. They make their way up. 3 people coming up there. 2 other people playing the angles, but the defense is already in position here. Stacked up defense coming through. Molly is going to push Alistair away, and he's out in there. Takes up some damage through the walls, but they don't manage to get him down. They are hunting for him though. Looking for that kill. Not able to land it. So nothing decisive as of yet. As Genuine slowly make their way up this ramp. Oh, there's Alistair picking up the first kill.
Yeah, that is going to create a bit of pressure for Genuine as they want to move up a ramp. Utility will lock out order from this defensive side so far, but Alistair's still able to pretty much hang around the flank here, getting 2 kills. It's only APOC who's going to be able to stop him, but he's quickly disposed of. And imagine throwing every bullet he has in that clip towards Maker, gets order their 13th round. That quickly fell apart for Genuine.
Absolutely. Alistair picking up 3 with that AWP, despite Genuine knowing exactly where he was the whole time, doing their best to dislodge him without exposing themselves there, aren't able to make it happen, and as a result, Genuine, they're forced over into the eco. They're running out of rounds, and they're running out of money, and an early grenade is going to see that they're starting to run out of manpower as well.
Yep, the only advantage you can sometimes get with these eco rounds is numbers, but the grenade dropping in won't get rid of Genuine just yet, Stat especially. But this has pretty much brought everything to a screeching halt. Order at this point really just need all the positions, wait for someone on Genuine to move out into position. In fact, Valiant. Ooh. That was excellent anticipation there.
Now, yeah,
he's going to be in a position where he has to try and get something. He's scanning for those heads, won't find them, and this is getting particularly dire for Genuine. Order get their 14th round. They're one from getting series point. So Genuine, you're going to have to dig fairly deep. Find something that's going to let you make it not only through this map, but of course through Dust 2, if you can get there.
And the one thing we do have to say in favour of Genuine is that Order, at least in this half, do not have the sort of runaway economy they had previously. So there is an opportunity here. If Genuine are able to get a couple of round wins here, then they start to bleed Order out, and it's going to lead to some more round wins as Order are forced to go into the eco rounds. So there is a path to victory here. Not an easy road, but it exists. And as long as it exists, there is the opportunity. APOC going for the shot onto Imagine, doesn't win the duel. Imagine on 13 health manages to get that one under control, but Stat will take advantage of that with the information fed through from the teammate. It's now 4v4.
Yes, and a lack of information over on the A side. Given Order, perhaps the idea that it would be B. Stat pushing further on that flank really does say that, but Genuine, Valiance, he is particularly fierce on B side defense. Stat has just been absolutely popping off this round. 3 kills to his name already. They're going to go for A. They know that they can do this because Stat has the ground up there. He's just waiting for those rotates to come through, and he gets his 4th. This could be an ace for him. This would be huge at this point. This would be exactly what Genuine needs.
And Valiant's looking like backing off. He knows that that hallway is being watched by Stat. He's going to pick up the AWP. It looks like he's going to go for the save here. He is not wanting to risk that. As I was saying before, Order's economy not looking indestructible this time. So discretion being the better part of valor. Valiance is just going to back away here now, save the AWP, and try and get things back under control going forwards for the team.
Yes, and of course this is not really a lot of room for mistakes at this stage. You gotta try and, of course, make sure every kill counts. So you don't necessarily want to throw your life away on any cheeky pushes or anything like that. But we'll see a pause coming through. This is coming from Genuine Gaming, so perhaps realizing that they want to think this one out as much as they possibly can. They have a run out of chances. They've run pretty much out of rounds that they can use to perhaps build economy or figure out this Order lineup on Vertigo. This is pretty much it. There is no try. There is do or do not.
Absolutely, and there is the real opportunity here for them to do Order force buying into this round. If Genuine are able to pick this one up, then Order's economy are broken. They're going to have to go for an eco round. That'll be another round in favor of Genuine. Momentum starts to shift away from Order. So this round, absolutely do or die. But Order are getting very aggressive here on this defense.
Yeah, I think they need to absolutely start testing Genuine at this point, because if Genuine can't weather it, then it's not really like they're going to have much of a chance to figure it out later on. Alistair snaps himself a lovely bit of damage there onto Maker through that box and forklift. With the flash coming in though, Hats following it up, gets the second kill onto Maker. It's only APOC who is able to actually get a trade.
Good start there from Hats. It's going to put his team into a good position. You still are now coming around to hold the angle, and it looks like Genuine may be going to move away from this ramp, look for a different angle. That will give an opportunity for Astillo to come forwards, maybe recover a slightly better rifle than the FAMAS, but at this stage just continuing to hold the angles, waiting. Meanwhile, over on B, ooh. Valiance does get one. Now it's a 2v2. Genuine still have an opportunity here. Alistair, not sure where it's coming in, but oh, there's the backup coming through. Castillo gets the kill there. Now Stat in trouble, having to jump through the fire. Gets one. It's going to be a one-on-one here, but Alistair takes the shot. Does not miss. And with that, that was probably the best chance for Genuine there, slipping away. They've still got the money to buy into this round, and Order's economy still isn't in a great position. But it wasn't the complete breaking that they could have done. That said, some early damage coming through there. Imagine going down. Alistair going down as well. Maybe Genuine can still make this happen. Two members remaining of the defense. Castillo and Valiance, they're spread out, they're trying to cover the angles. Castillo looking to save here by the looks of it. He makes his way down to the T-spawn. Valiance just slowly creeping forwards.
Bomb plant is down. An Order at this point, not really going to be sweating this one too much. It's Genuine, though, have to basically mentally steel themselves because it's 5 rounds after this. That's just to get to overtime. But if they have the right experience in this, then they'll be able to hopefully break up these tasks into smaller ones. Just play 1 round at a time. Keep their heads level. Perhaps bring that to OT. Order, of course, not wanting that to happen. They want to close this one out in regulation.
Ooh, nice.
Well, Steelers not going to be around to enjoy that gun. And they actually take that final gun off of Valiance there, so this is good. Genuine perhaps getting, whether it's perhaps through knowing that they don't have any room to do anything else, or perhaps getting a bit more confident, going to be hunting Order down a little bit more and denying them as much as they possibly can, which is good to see.
Yeah, it's absolutely the plays they need to make here. Order now restricted to the power pistols, 3 Deagles, and a bit of utility between Alistair and Valiance. Not a lot of tools to play with, but we've seen people get a lot of things done with more. That said, Genuine, they're not rushing this one. Oh! And in fact, APOC gets his head blown clean off by that Deagle.
And that has perhaps put a little bit of fear in Genuine. Still early days, they want to try and take this one slowly. Perhaps only Mako who has tried to look around there, but Order, they're doing a great job of just holding their positions and just letting this time run down, because if Genuine are forced into a position where they've just got to rush onto a site there, then that's going to be especially bad for them. And Jinx copying a fair bit there from Ustillo. Really ready to let it go. He will, however, have to because he's dead. Rest this defense from Order.
Oh, 2 with 1 shots.
That is... Oh, Hats follows it up as well. That is looking particularly bad for Jinx. He's the last one. And that is it. Order will secure this best 3 series 2-0. We're showing a very strong performance here on Vertigo. And really pushing Genuine over the edge on Train. Next match will, of course, be Chiefs versus Order. That'll be your grand finals for ESEA MDL Season 32 Australian region. I've been one of your casters, Jevons. Other caster has been Peronius. Thank you for tuning in. Please stick around, though, because we will be covering the grand finals as well.
You ain't big dog, we ain't hear none of that. I'm in the gym looking like a running back. How you know the flow got him coming back? Who I was in the past, I'm unattached. Only focus in this moment is bringing the summer back. Oh, respect my grind, elevate souls and I spread good vibes. Young divine, you know I gotta shine. Raise your hands for a good time. Aight.
Vibe until the morning, sleep until the noon. You said that you wanted, so I got it for you. Let's all get together and show them how we move. We move, we move.
3, 2,
Bringing summer to
drop.
you.
Oh, ready, let's go. Cause you know how we roll. Let's take it round the world and back again. Ready, let's go. Cause you know like I know. We'll take it round and round. Yo, hold up. Let me switch my flow up. Back in high school, they were telling me I'll blow up. Doing talent shows and man, everyone will show up. Got in an accident and still made it for them to go nuts. You know what? I'm so so what? I'm so That means I can't describe the way I vibe, the way I slide in with the rhymes that make the dimes all close their eyes and fantasize. Young divine calling their phone number. No, you know I love it. And you know me, I can't sleep without blazing beats on stages for their ones gracefully. And I got a smile that they hate to see. Young black successful, though life gets stressful. Though life gets stressful, go and vibe out with whoever you next to.
Vibe until the morning, sleep until the noon.
Yeah.
You said that you wanted.
This is game fuel. 16 ounces of pure annihilation. Perfect for finding the second to last man standing. Tastes like berry-flavored wind sauce.
New Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel. Victory in a can.